That's Dole Farms. New deer stand there in the background. If I can find it with my finger. There we go, right there. New deer stand that I just got finished putting up a little bit ago. So out here today, gonna put out a little supplement. I don't do this a lot, and haven't had a whole lot of luck with supplements over the years. And I decided the other day I was in Tractor Supply, I decided I'd get me some supplements and see what would work. So I got a couple of different things. I got this from Antler King. See there, called a Booner blend. And it is a corn, wheat, soybean, black oil, sunflower seed mixture. So this is a lot of things there that deer like. Pretty good protein content there at 10%, fat at 4%. So you know, says it's coated with molasses. We're gonna see if it actually does attract deer, or deer actually like it, whatever. But we are going to try that out. And then I've tried some of this B&J or Big and J, whatever you want to call it, before. I hadn't tried necessarily this one before. And this one's called Buck Gains, peanut butter flavor. I think Michael Waddell and that crowd he's with, what's their Bone Collector. I think they're sort of promoted by Big and J, and I think they like this kind of stuff. And like I said, I've used it one time before. Really didn't see a whole lot of success. So we're gonna put this thing on camera now and see if how well it actually does, and may come back with a report on both of these products here, one by Antler King and the one by Big and J. I think what I'm gonna do is sort of mix the two together. I'll show you my feeder I'm gonna put them in here in a second. And then I also got these blocks here. This is a Buck Bourbon. They make bags of stuff as well. I decided to get a block of this. And this is apple and butterscotch. So I'm gonna put this in a different location down from me. I'm gonna put a little bit of that Big and J down and put this down and see how well it does work. So I've got me a little feeder here set up. We actually made this at school last year. We were doing a little projects my students were, and so I brought this home to try it here. Just a little PVC. Take your 4-inch PVC pipe and cut you a tube out, and all you got to do is get you an elbow and put on it. I like using these as well as automatic feeder for my dog. So I actually had it in there when we were on vacation. Had two of them. Got one that stays in this pen all the time. Then I brought this one, put it in there just so we'd have sure he had enough feed while we were on vacation. And then you make a little top to go on it. Just a little wood top. Put you whatever you want to, cut it round, or just cut a little square and cut the corners off of it and just put it on top just to keep the moisture and all out of it. So we were gonna do that. Gonna try out this feeder and try out a couple of these supplements here. And of course I talked about in my deer stand, whenever I was talking about my new deer stand, I actually talked about this place here. I applied a little strip of this in my ASMR video of disking the other day. Got some turnip mixture. Got a bunch of turnips and kohlrabi and kale and a bunch of those forage type things that are fall. Put it there. I'm gonna plant that here and then plant it down at the other deer stand as well. And I'll give you an update on how well that's going as well. So we'll keep you updated. There you go. Said I'm gonna mix these up, put a little bit of this in. Y'all can see the little, all it's got in it, sunflowers and little pellets and the corn. Maybe some oats in there as well. So nice mixture of stuff that deer do like. So we're gonna put that in. And I'm gonna take some of this Big and J product. I'm gonna pour it in on top of it. Oh, it got us filled up. Put some out on the ground. Get our top in. We're good to go. The deer come in here and eat. Just keep a check on it. Fill it up. Alright, the other spot, of course, the deer stand right there. It's a big oak tree hayfield here. So put the block down here and put some of that Big and J stuff around it. So we'll see how well that does. Traction. So of course I did a little food plot right over there in the, excuse me, right over there, sort of at the corner of the property there, in the middle of the road. I'm gonna do that again here when I do that other planting of the other piece down there we just looked at. So of course right here in the middle of this row of sawtooth acorns, these are all sawtooth acorns down through here, a straight row of them, and doing pretty good too. You see all the little acorns right here, loaded down pretty good. So this is a highly attractive deer food source. So deer love these sawtooth acorns. You can see the acorn right there inside of it. So these trees are loaded down with them. So keep a watch on when they start dropping. We're gonna start hitting the deer stand early this year, or try to hit the deer stand early this year. See if we can get some nice deer out of here. Coming back out here to check on the cameras and the block and the attractant and the corn mixture that I put out on those two spots. Put those out about 2 weeks ago. Don't remember the exact date. I could go back on the footage and look, and I'll try to interject that at the bottom there on the exact date of what I did put this out. But I actually came out. Today is Thursday, August the 14th. Came out Tuesday, me and my wife did, to check on this. Didn't bring my camera with me, so, and I had really forgotten I'd even made footage of it, so I decided I'd come back out today and show you what I found. And what I found was bare ground. This is in front of my big oak tree hayfields right here, stand right there. And I put that block and that attractant here. 2 weeks later, it is gone. Every single solitary bit is gone. Now, I did put up cameras. Of course, you can see the camera right there. I have no clue what happened with this camera. I bought a pack of 2 brand new cameras at Tractor Supply. These are Covert. You can see the name there, Covert cameras. Set these up, had good batteries with it. They wasn't El Cheapo, they were, I think, Energizer batteries. So it didn't have El Cheapo batteries with it. Hung this up. This got no footage whatsoever. No footage on the card at all. So I don't know what happened with that camera, but I am pretty assured of what ate all this, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that I found on the other camera, which was still got neighbors' cows running around on a property. And I know we got one big old bull, and actually we got another one that's a little smaller. I've seen both of them here about a week or so ago, I come out here and seen both of them sitting under a tree. Actually about 100 or 150 yards from where I'm at right at the moment. And I know I caught them on the other camera at the other place eating there. Plus I also caught darn pigs. And actually when we came up here the other day, me and my wife said, "Y'all to go something running." And we were coming from that way right there, headed this way, and my wife looked right up in that area right there. She said, "Something's running up there." So we drove on up through there. A group of pigs. It's probably about 10 of them. So all different sizes was up there, and I caught them, that same group, pretty sure. I caught that group on my camera on the other spot over there. But like I said, this camera did nothing. So, but you see that block, put that thing out, and got no footage whatsoever on camera, but I'm most assuredly that it was the pigs and those cows that ate every bit of my block up, and they got that attractant. So needless to say, didn't put nothing else there. I left the camera, but I'll get it down eventually, and certainly won't be putting any corn out in this area at all. So, and I'm pretty sure pigs usually, for the most part, what I've been seeing is the pigs will usually stay in the swamp when it's hot like it is. Past 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, we have had unseasonably weather, really nice weather, and it being the 1st of August. And I mean, it's been raining for almost 2 weeks solid. We've had temperatures in the low 70s, mid 70s every day. So that's pulling them out of the swamp that's around us, and because of that cool weather. So, and yesterday wasn't no different. It was a little bit warmer, yeah, or excuse me, Tuesday. So I'm sure that's what's been pulling them up, and they murdered my block. So that did no good. So let's move on to the next one. All right, I'm over here at my other one now. And of course, you got that, and the camera's right behind it over on the tree. And I noticed I come out here and plowed the flue plot, the lower end right here, and did some planting on it the other day. Didn't film none of that, but I did get a portion of this planted. Didn't have enough seed to do the whole area I'd plow. But when I come over here and planted this, I noticed that my feeder was actually all the way on the ground, and the top was off of it. And of course, you can see here, hopefully, the ruts, and that's from cows. That's from cows digging. That ain't from pig. That's from the cow taking his front hooves and legs and pulling back. I mean, the pigs may have done a little bit of it too, but that's from cows doing that. Of course, they really just mutilated everything that was in there, slap clean. And again, camera's right there, and it caught all of it. It caught pigs, and I mean, they were here, I don't even know how many nights the pigs were in here, and the cows, they were in here several nights as well, several times what I caught it on camera. So it's hard. I mean, it is hard. I mean, here you are trying to use some supplements to try to see what kind of deer you got on your property, and you can't do anything because you got neighbor's cows. He can't keep his cows in his field, and because he won't fix his fence, put the fence back up. And you tell him, and he'll come over here and walk. He won't call the right people to come and try to catch the cows, because he's coming out here and walking and trying to see if he can see them. And most of the time he can't ever see them, or he'll drive out here anytime he wants to, which, you know, is trespassing. But, you know, we don't want his cows. His cows is trespassing too, but of course you can't do nothing with that. So it'd be nice if you could take them to jail for trespassing. So, but anyway, so, you know, and I just come by one of my hay fields, and the biggest one, I think is the biggest one, he's standing out there munching on my hay. So, you know, here I am feeding cows that ain't myself, feeding off, trying to do deer, see what kind of deer I got, and they eating that up as well. So, you know, it's just sad. It really is sad that here I am, and then you got the pig issues, and But I know what I'm gonna do, because especially for the pigs, I'm gonna either build me a fence, or I have found an ad for somebody that'll do hog, whatever, and I'm fixing to give them a call. I'm gonna tell you, I'm tired of you ain't gonna get rid of all of them, but it's high time to try to get rid of a good majority. So got to do it. So, but anyway, just wanted to give y'all a little update, since I did video putting out this, and was gonna try to say, okay, you know, the Big and J and that Cotton King or something, I don't remember what, even Corn King, some kind of package of that corn stuff, and that, what was it, Buck Bourbon Block. No, I guess it's good to the cows and the pigs, because they ate it up, but I don't know nothing about the deer. Like, hey, that camera right there didn't catch a single deer on it at all. So, and I probably had 125 pictures, and they were all pigs or cows. So, and of course, you can imagine a cow with one of them blocks. If it tasted to them, they probably stood there and ate the whole thing right there at one time, most likely. So, what do you do? If you got a solution, let me know. Other than shooting, and Lord, that may be what I end up having to do with these two cows, but you don't want to do that, you know, to somebody else's cows. And I shouldn't have to be worrying about it, because we know the problem. We told the guy the problem, but he won't do nothing about it. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one.